today I gotta go check out what kind of work needs done inside of the chicken stall, inside the, we call it the chicken shed, but it's kind of a low barn, because winter's coming and our outside setup is not gonna work, and the chickens are getting out all the time anyway, so they're kind of aggravating me. But every time that we've tried to put chickens in here before, we've lost our flock to predators, and we assume it's a raccoon. Well, the live traps haven't caught anything. The paw traps haven't caught anything, but I don't want to risk losing this flock. So, and we've put up a second layer of chicken wire last year, didn't work. Presumed raccoon tore his way clear through it. I need to see and measure and see how much welded wire fence I'm going to need to put up, or maybe look into putting up some electrical strands. I'm not sure if that's going to work though, because the way our barn stalls are built, the raccoon can walk right along the top and down in. So let's go take a look. All right, our shed still has some decorations up because we had a rustic wedding out here, and I thought we put so much work into putting these beautiful tool things up that they were just too pretty to take down. So they're still here. Some of our decor is still here. We used our wash tub for drinks. It was a lot of fun. So let's see, we also moved everything to the back here for the wedding so that people could fit. And right there is our chicken stall. I just saw something moving in that stall, but I don't see it now. Huh, wonder what that was. So this is our chicken stall here. Oh, we've already put up welded wire. That's bad. But a lot of this fencing is old and rusted. My husband's dad actually is the one who put all of these stalls in here about 25 years ago. And he's not exactly a carpenter. So we're going to have to do some repair work. Let's see, and there's a hole in the ceiling. We're going to have to put something over. Oh, goodness. This doesn't look fun. Time to get to work. So before I can actually get to work on the stall, I need to prop my barn door open because we don't have, it looks like we have light bulbs out here. See that? There was electricity at one time, but this house sat empty for several years, and so people came and scuttled it for copper, which is really frustrating. If you're one of those people, please do not do that. It is so hard to replace these things and so expensive. So we usually run, if we need electricity, we run a really long extension cord from the house. It's only like maybe 100 yards, but it's still a pretty long extension cord. I haven't done that today, but I need to prop the barn door open because that's my only light today. And while we're over here, I'm going to show you guys our solution to a problem that we've been having for over a year now. We have a groundhog that is coming into the shed and mining underneath of it, and it's caused a crack in one corner of the foundation. See our fancy doorstop here, it's a brick. It's caused a crack in one corner of the foundation. So what we tried to stuff in metal fencing down in there because everybody's like, oh, that'll totally stop it. It totally did not stop it. That thing pulled the fencing and ripped it to shreds and pulled it out, and we had a huge, like 3-foot tall pile of dirt on top of our cement floor here in the barn that the groundhog had dug up. And so we filled it back in as much as we could, and we hauled the dirt out, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna stuff the wire back in there and then put a brick on top and put the live trap out. Well, it didn't stop it. It pushed the brick off and was able to get out. And one day I came out here and I saw it, and that thing is as big as my dog, who's a pug mix. And it's huge, and it snarls, and it's vicious sounding. So for a while we just kind of gave up. But I think we finally have a solution that works. It's pretty dark in here, so I'm not sure if you guys can see that. But this is an old well pipe, or water pipe, or I'm not sure what it's called. But anyway, it has a pipe that runs into the house, and if you hook a hose up to it, water comes out. There used to be a faucet on it, but the faucet froze and busted before we moved in. And the groundhog was digging right around the base of that pipe. Watch, I'm gonna pull this up and then aggravate the thing. Oh, I guess I can't pick it up with one hand. I'm kind of weak. this is our solution. There's actually wire shoved down inside of that too. Rusty welded wire, old nasty stuff down inside the hole after we put more dirt back into it. And then this fencing, this old fencing that we had laying out here in the shed, and then that really super heavy brick on top of it. And I can't lift it, and that's probably why the groundhog can't lift it either. It looks awful, but it works, and I'm really happy because that groundhog was taking bags of our aluminum cans and anything that was out here to be stored and ripping it up and dragging it down the hole. Very, very frustrating. Let's break down the spider web before we try to go in. Hard to be scared of critters out here. And there's a lot of junk that's been piled in here too. There's all the aftermath from the roof falling in. That's bad. Oh boy. Okay, there's our previous repairs with the welded wire up there. Huh. And clearly the critters still got in because the last flock that was in here got eaten. So, let's see how everything's looking before we start on the major cleanup and repair. The windows are looking pretty bad. This is an old building. This is like a 100-year-old building. And these windows were actually installed backwards. So the sides that catch water are actually exposed to the weather instead of the other way around. That's bad. There's our chicken door. Okay, I know I can't lift those. They're full of, I can't remember what they're full of now. Potash. Huh, I'm so glad we labeled it. Always label your buckets. Those are all full of potash, and that's really, really heavy. This stuff's going to have to go out and get burned. That desk is going to have to go out and get burned and then put in the scrap metal pile. Obviously, there's some other junk in here, and then we're going to have to shovel all of this stuff out. And then I'm going to have to run to the feed store and get some bedding. So that's the plan for today, I guess. You see that? Look who I caught coming out of her hiding space. This is our burn area where we're just burning some furniture that had been left in the barn and got wet. And of course the chickens always get out of their enclosure. So this one in particular likes to hide inside the cabinet. Let's see if she left us anything. No, she didn't leave us anything this time. But I don't know if you can see it, but she's got a little nest dug out in there. Nope, no eggs. A lot of times when she's in there, we'll come over and find, like, she'll have taken eggs from the other chickens because there'll be 3 different colors of eggs inside there, and she'll be sitting on them, keeping them warm. See how these ladies are doing. How you doing? You're the good chickens. I like you. Good job staying where you're supposed to. Good job. Any more eggs in here? We only got 3 eggs today, so I was kind of hoping to find some more. If we don't find any more, that's okay. They like to hide them from me. I don't see any more in there.